you live from the graveyard.
I keep you vicious, 6 inches when I'm switching from mark or to ammunition. Listen, this is new for the kids in position, waiting to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6-bit, 666 each digit, profit from these licks and keep my spits prolific. In an instant, I'ma live a life like Mystic. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, you can witness, never missing. When I aim at a misfit, his shit ain't equipped with enough to have ammo. When the King's Arch wig split, give it a 0 when I'm a 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Life, you're not gonna take ours. I got a lot to say than just 8 bars. If you hate ours, this day you might make ours. Something frightening's about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Don't even come and tell me you saw me blasted. I'll be flashing, ego smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Live from the graveyard, 3 young riders, ammunition, King Czar, Mac Pacino.
Every day when we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I'm telling them to get cheers for the reason us bitch ass niggas hating. Nigga ride through my hood on go dating. Split the script from a strap erase. Somebody dropped in the middle of sex. Got his ass with a missile, now he's really wet. It's a killer set. I got mental threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes, saying that a nigga be out his mind. So evacuate, in other words, vacate. Cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger, oops, I mean anger. Shit, but I guess they multiply. See eye to eye, not me, my nigga. You got 20/20 vision, peek my trigger. It's lovely, ain't it, nigga? That's my bitch. We done fucked around, and it's some main shit, untamed shit, insane shit. And every time I get done, it's an empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge. I guess I'm part of the living dead. That's what I said. From me, don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, pull guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go steal with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One lifeline gone, and it's sick. And the death's with me, it run blood stick. Torture chamber, bottom pit, the home of a deranged out lunatic.
Every day when we from, yo, it goes down.
Yeah! What up, baby? What up, bro? What it do, baby? Musket Bells, boys, what it do, baby? Maybe that's not a good name to say right now. Maybe leave that alone. They got some reports out of his ass. His little nasty ass out there. Touching people and stuff. Skipper Bayless.
Yo, chill out.
Skipper.
We wasn't there. We don't know what happened. Free Diddy.
Skipper Bayless out there offering 1.5. He offering 1.5 to get them thighs. 1.5.
Hey,
I ain't met no thighs good enough in my life to give $1 million to. Let me just get that out of the way.
Hey, Dan. Come on.
What? This is talking ish. This is what we do, baby. This is talking ish.
We wasn't there, Dan. Free Diddy. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. She filed the report. We're just going by the report that was filed. 40 plus pages. All right. I ain't saying that he did it, but the allegations are out there. All right. These are just allegations, okay?
Free Diddy.
Dang. Is that including Joy doing the whole executive?
Hey man, listen, I'll tell y'all about work. Listen, let me say this. I talk to y'all about having sex at the job all the time. There are 2 rules I tell you all the time. Don't mess up the money, and you can't have more than one.
Well, she sure
2
didn't
rules.
mess up the money. She got herself some money.
She got the money, but she did too many people.
Allegedly.
So she did too many people, and I keep telling y'all, can't have more than one. I know the rules. Chocolate Girl in the building. Chocolate Girl, what's up, baby? I had to get my man Ryan Thomas is in the house show. Y'all know how it is. Ryan Thomas here.
What's up?
Ryan, you know, Ryan, listen. Usually I'd be the first one to make fun of you and laugh at your sorrows, but I really just want to pray for your city. I want to pray for you. I really do. Ain't no fucking way all that shit happened to you like that.
How many points they lose by?
They lost by 6.
See, Ryan, you did no push-ups. You've been all right.
Oh shit! Back to the push-ups. Back to the
coming
show.
in throwing grenades already.
I ain't got no rap.
Well,
Let's talk
listen.
ish.
You're right. And B Striller in the building, and his lions is flying high. You hear me?
Fuck B Striller in
Detroit,
the
what
line.
up?
What up, though?
Reverse flea flicker? Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck Soul. Fuck Eminem.
Damn.
Fuck 8 Mile.
Damn.
1, 2, 3,
7
4,
Mile.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 Mile. Fuck them all. But
Damn.
congratulations,
7
y'all
Mile.
balling. Y'all balling. Congratulations. I ain't gonna hate y'all balling though for sure. Shout out to B Striller, man, and the Detroit Lions.
You know what? It's a different feeling when you hate it on when you win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you suck like a motherfucker, then it's a whole different situation. You sitting up there trying to defend everybody, and they just sorry as fuck.
Shout out to the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Well, as y'all can see, Sean is here. He can't wait to tell us about his Cowboys and how Mike McCarthy is going to still be on the team.
Yeah, because they denied Mike McCarthy access to Chicago.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Damn.
They said, fuck, you ain't talking to them.
Why not? Let them talk to McFadden.
No, that means they give them that. Only way I'm not talking to them, you give me my money.
I mean,
and what the boy say on there? He said, "Tell Jerry Jones to bring me my money."
You got to do
bring
what I
me
say
my
until
money.
was it the 17th? I think it is that he free. 19th, some shit like that. He
14th,
free.
the 14th, the
Okay,
14th.
I say he free by that.
Today is the 7th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So he got 7 days.
Jerry Jones is like to be in the media for the wrong shit. I know one thing. He need to pull that plug. Bitch, go get Tyreek Hill. Stop playing. Stop playing. Ain't nothing to talk about. Go get him.
I'm not going there with you, Sean.
Robbie.
Go get him.
Wait a minute. You got mad at me because I said, this was a couple months ago. This is back before he got to the Jets. I said that y'all need to go get Devontae Adams. And you told me, no, Dennis, you tripping. But now you want to go get Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't make this shit up.
Dennis, look who you talking to, Dennis. Look who you talking to.
I'm just asking the question because you got to take your fandom from Tyreek Hill out of it. And I'm asking you, is it worth it?
If I'm taking my fandom out, it's getting Tyreek Hill right
from
now.
From a cap standpoint, is it worth it? That's all I'm asking.
Well, let's get this out the way. He would have to be traded if we did get him.
Right.
So let's start there. So that means that first year cap we don't get hit with.
Okay.
Secondly, you have to pay him afterwards. Now that conversation is an afterwards conversation. Did you win anything? Did you do anything? Did you get further than what you got without him? You know what I mean? That's all that shit after the fact. But if we're speaking smart moves, getting Tyreek Hill on the other side of CeeDee Lamb is very fucking smart.
Okay.
What,
I just want to make sure.
Well, that might be smart.
As y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, we no longer say trash ass players. We killed it. We killed trash ass players. From now on, what we say, Ron?
What happened, baby? What happened?
That's what we say. What happened, baby? Ron, tell us about what happened, baby.
The Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Ron. We did not come here at 8:00 on a Tuesday to hear about any other team than that flag behind you. That's it. We didn't come here for nothing else. Any other day, I'll let you spread the word I'll let you spread the word and be a preacher and tell us about how Rome wasn't built in a day and stuff like. But today,
can I work myself
we want to hear about that flag.
Can I work myself up?
We want to hear about that flag, Ron.
Can I work myself up?
We want to hear about that flag. We want to fuck that. What happened, baby? If your team is trash, I'm sorry. If your team don't know what happened, you need to talk about them first, and then we talk about the rest of the team.
Well, since y'all want to get there, I finna get there. Fuck it.
Okay.
The Atlanta Falcons lost to the Panthers.
Ooh, trash.
Now, Raheem Morris, you know your defensive coordinator was ass before you gave him the job. Them motherfuckers don't got no damn expense He should not even be on the sideline. He should not even be in the stand. He should not even be here. But you said, oh, they're my homeboy. They're my homeboy. And your homeboy just fucked you over.
Hey, Ron.
Your homeboy just dropped the deuce.
Literally.
We were not even playing man-to-man all season. Now you want to change it up? The last game, you want to change it up. And what he said, oh, well, I just trying to see how will he do. You know the man in ass. You know he was ass. Oh, I just wanted to see will he did get right. Let me kiss the baby. Let me point. Let me smile to everybody. Fuck you. You know the man was ass. You know he was sorry. And you still gonna let the man be the defensive coordinator against the Panthers. Oh, I wanted to see how he would do. What then try out, motherfucker? You tried that man out for next year. No, he sucks. He's terrible. What to know? If I got to do your job, you don't need to be here. Point blank. And by the way, you pay me the money you get, motherfucker. Give me your paycheck. If I got to do your job, you don't need to be here.
Shit.
If I got to teach you how to do your job, why the fuck you still your damn job? Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Okay. I just want to know, y'all been having this, problem with the Panthers for a couple years now. I mean, 1 year Marcus Mariota couldn't beat the Panthers. And last year Desmond Ridder couldn't beat the Panthers. Hell, the year before that, y'all almost lost to PJ Washington and DJ Moore. If DJ Moore didn't take his helmet off in the end zone, shit, y'all almost lost to them that time. So, I mean, I remember when you used to say you ain't like the Panthers because of Cam Newton. I'm here to tell you, Cam Newton is now on ESPN.
Right.
What the fuck is going on with y'all the Panthers?
What the fuck? Because your head coach don't know what the fuck he doing. That what the fuck? Because let me get some baby powder and just slap fire out of them motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
That's what we call it. Then you gonna blame it on your defensive coordinator, and you know that man is ass.
He gave up 44 points though, Ryan, to the Panthers. I mean, dang.
44. You know your defensive coordinator, no experience whatsoever, but you gonna get him the motherfucking job. Oh yeah, because you my homie. You my homie. Make that make sense, Dennis.
Listen, I can't make it make sense. That's not my team.
Oh, because you my homie, I know I'm feeling sorry for you and give you a job. And
listen. You know when they get them jobs, man. When they get them coaching jobs, they have to pitch to the owner. Who are they going to hire for coaches? What are they going to do? What's their moves? They have to pitch all this to the owner to say, "Hey, I need to be the head coach of this job. Here's who I'm going to hire. So be my offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coach." They have to pitch all this to an owner.
But Dennis, my point is bring in somebody that got experience.
You know who I like, and the Bengals just let him go.
Hey.
You know I always like Lou.
Right.
I said, Lou.
Wait a minute. All I ask for our next or whatever the F we doing the off season, get somebody that got motherfucking experience.
Right.
And somebody slap fire out of Raheem Morris.
How long Raheem been coaching there for?
A year. Too damn long.
1 year. Well, this is his second year technically head coaching for the Falcons.
But
Last time he was interim head coach.
it
So I won't say
was
it was a full year. So I'll just say he was an interim head coach for I think
right.
half a season.
Right. But once again, I want a head coach that got experience.
But I thought
I
Raheem
agree with
Morris
you.
was a defensive coach.
Not
is a
if you
defensive
never
coach.
That's
put,
the negative.
he's supposed to, but how you gonna be that if you never put a defense together?
Well, I thought that's what the fuck he was known for.
Shit.
That's what he is known for.
But
Then he should be fine, and don't make a difference of what defensive coordinator you got. You picked out of there. You should be the one running the game any damn way.
Well, hey, you are right.
It should be.
But apparently we're just wrong in this one
Right.
because Raheem is great, and the Falcon fan base is awesome because
Awesome.
we understand that we're mid, and that it's okay to be mid because hey, we're okay.
That whole season, I mean, this whole season kind of confused me. Atlanta too. Did they beat Tampa Bay twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they beat Tampa Bay twice? I mean, I don't understand.
Swept our division rival, and they beat us to win the division. And we had no control over our own destiny that week because our coach doesn't know how to do the following, guys. Now, look, I know this is hard.
Better yet, he don't know how to call a timeout.
No, Ron, let me do it. You take your hand, then you take your other hand. You just do. Hey, ref. But I know that's very hard, Rock. Don't worry. We're going to get remedials because you know what? There's no accountability. Terry, you can mess up every draft you want because, Rock, you're okay. We're mid, baby. Stop me when I'm telling lies.
What happened, baby?
This is what happens when you have a dumbass head coach who thinks he knows it all, who talks shit. Oh, I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm in. So you know how we talked about trash ass players? This is trash ass coach.
Well, it's no longer called trash ass players. It's called what happened, baby.
Okay. Okay. Well, here's the beautiful thing. Raheem called Matt Eberflus and said, "How can I screw this up even more?" And Matt says, "Don't call a timeout and look stupid. And every fan base will be behind you." And he's right because everybody loved it because they're just going, "I've never seen someone so stupid in my lifetime." Look.
Well, see, Doug. First of all, welcome to the show.
Oh, what's up,
Second
man?
of all, I want to say, be careful the names that you say because they could be on your team.
Oh, I know. I got to be very careful. You know, look, trust
be
me.
careful.
Yeah. Hold on. You know, look, I'm going to actually go here. I don't actually hate any of the players that, that we had in this one because I looked at it and I just went, this is all coaching. Like, if you watch the Washington game, honestly, guys, I'm going to go back to that. We had over 30-something seconds to go through the clock. 2 timeouts. The defense gave you the ball back. And all you did is basically looked at this and said,
Twice. Remember that. Twice.
Yeah. Oh, no. First,
you got the ball back twice.
We had 3. But yeah.
But I'm saying in that little fourth quarter span, that little 2 minutes, I got the ball twice.
Yeah.
And I was pissed that you didn't call a timeout after the first down. That was insane.
Yeah. And it was so crazy about it. You gave the ball back, and everyone's like, oh, well, Washington's going to beat. And Washington gave the ball back. And you're like, here's a chance. In the NFL, how many times have we seen last-minute field goals, all that? And this coach is just there, like Johnny Bench, just looking. And the thing I tell people, what did the guys on defense see? And how would that impact the Carolina game? I will tell you, I believe the Carolina play or the Falcon players basically looked at the offense and said, "Guys, go shine. We ain't doing a damn thing tonight. This idiot's got us doing this stupid defense. We ain't playing. Or, we're not. We're gonna look like we're there, but we ain't. Cancun on 3. And honestly, there you go. And that's why my one question, because everyone doesn't think I'm allowed to ask that question, but what was the expectation? Because I want to look at Arthur Blanks, and go, did Raheem look you in the eyes and say, "Old man, give me Kirk Cousins. Give me my coaches, and I guarantee you, I'm going to give you 1 win better, 2 wins than you've ever had"? Or did he just look at him and say what we all think they said? "Baby, I'm going to get you to the playoffs." And in my world, I'm saying, if it's the playoff you said, did you make the playoffs? No. Bye. Peace. I don't want to hear.
You gonna fire him at the one? You gonna fire him at the one season?
Yes, I am. Because here's why. Unlike Gerard Mayo, he went to a team that was rebuilding. The Atlanta Falcons, we were told that we're a quarterback away. As a matter of fact, if we had a very good quarterback, we wouldn't even be even in this position. That we wouldn't even have Raw. And now that's where I'm at, where I go, huh. So, and then you talked all this talk to Brian Clark about how you're going to believe in this defense. Well, let's see. Week 1 through 11, our defense was trash. But for 5 weeks, we were dynamite. We were sacking everybody. We were 2-3 in those games, mind you. And then the game that we needed to have, we decided to go back to the trash defense, huh? Interesting.
You know what?
Because he has to throw the scapegoat. Smart Raheem. Like, we don't watch wrestling. We see this stuff, bro. But that's where I'm at, man. I'm looking at this team and I'm just going, if y'all accepted Raheem and saying he deserves another chance, that's fine. That just means I'm looking at my Falcon organization and going, you guys don't want to win. You're not competitive. And you might as well just say, we're mid. Come out, do an MJF promo, wear the scarf, and just go, we're mid.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get B Strilla in there. B Strilla.
What up, though?
Tell us about what happened, baby.
For what? For Atlanta?
No. Wait, I'm gonna leave Atlanta alone.
Nah. You a good team, man. We want to hear about you. We don't hear about success. Come on now.
No. We want to hear about who had a bad week this week. Who you felt as though was bad. You know what I mean? There was a team that you had to play this week.
Well, I try to tell people. I'm just going to do a quick take on the Lions and the Minnesota game. Everybody in their mind was talking about how bad defense Detroit was, and Minnesota's going to put up 30 points on it. I keep trying to tell people, motherfuckers keep selling Detroit short, first of all, with the coaching staff we have, and the players as well. And you say you can try to run up 30 points on us. We got an offense, and they just want to keep talking shit up. You're not going to go nowhere. You ain't got no defense. Everybody's hurt. 9 points. Shut Jefferson down. So, I mean, I ain't got nothing more to say on that game because it spoke for itself. I think the team that got fucked, that was the most fucked in this whole situation this week was Cincinnati. Although they did put themselves in that situation. But for Kansas City to let Denver beat their ass like that was like, we're going to make sure we lose this game so Cincinnati don't get in there. I do think people underestimate this league when it comes to teams fearing other teams that are hot offensively. Cincinnati's beaten the Chiefs. They've beaten Buffalo. They've gotten to a Super Bowl going through both of those teams. So if you see Burrow doing his thing, and that Chase is fucking phenomenal, you see them doing it. You don't want them in there. You don't want them in the playoffs. You don't want them in the playoffs. It ain't gonna never happen, Ian. I know you either a Green Bay Packer fan or a Viking fan. That's what they all say.
No.
And they all get sent home crying.
Either
way. No, he ain't either one. He's a Bears fan.
Yes.
Oh, he's a Bears fan? Oh,
wow.
that's even worse.
Don't worry.
That's even worse. That's even worse. I feel sorry for you, Ian. You need a new team. Anyway.
It's Ian.
I got one more. What happened, baby?
Okay, let me hear, Ryan.
Doug Peterson, Jacksonville. Why is it y'all always firing the head coach? How is it you're not firing the head? You fire the head coach, but your quarterback is ass.
Well, they just paid him.
Ass.
Well, they just paid him.
He got to the playoffs.
So they can't sit there and look like, oh yeah, well, we just paid him and he asked now.
He got to the playoffs how many years? One. Then he said, oh, my pinky toe hurt.
He got creamed in that one play. I can't say that now. Come on.
All I ask, Doug Peters is a damn good head coach. There's not too many head coaches out there. They're really legit. How do I know? I'm a Falcons fan. Look at the bullshit we got. All I just trying to say, you better hold on to when you do find your head coach. And you're going to fire that man after 2 years. What the fuck wrong with it?
What do you expect from the Khan family? I mean, this is Tony Khan who runs AEW, so trust me, they're not really good at organization.
Ron, they got a question for you, Ron.
Sure.
Yeah, your cousin said he want to know what size couch the Falcons purchased. No eating on the couch during the playoffs in the Super Bowl.
Soon y'all get on here, though y'all not beating nobody. You can't beat Kansas City during the playoffs. So we see you on the couch soon. And bring the buffalo wings.
Also, what the heck happened to Pittsburgh? I mean, they're a playoff team, but they have lost so many games. This is crazy.
I told June, I blame June for Pittsburgh losses. Reason why I blame June is because Pittsburgh played Philly, and I went over to Jersey to go to that party. And June was over there rooting for Pittsburgh, talking about some black and yellow, and they ain't won a game since. I just want to
not June. Not June.
They ain't won a game since.
Oh,
that was June. Oh, he had the crowd going black and yellow. I said, okay, June. I said, okay, all right. I mean, you know me, I came in there just ignorant with my big ass Eagles chain, just ignorant. You know what I mean? Just ignorant. Just my big ass Eagles chain on, Reggie White jersey. I was ready, but I knew what was gonna happen. I just knew.
You said at this moment. You knew.
June got on the mic, started doing that black and yellow. Then B over there helping him too. That was some black and yellow. I said, oh, okay. Okay, all right. We got some new Steeler fans here. New Steeler fans. Okay.
They new.
By the time that third quarter started, even the Steelers fan that was there, she left.
Damn.
Just ain't the same, man.
I
That's all.
said
Just do
it.
the same.
I asked you a while back, Dennis. Should they go back to who as a quarterback? Justin Fields. Did I say
Yeah,
that,
well,
Dennis? Did,
I don't think that's the problem.
I mean, hindsight's 2020. I think
I don't think
Pittsburgh's
that's the problem.
problem is right now is the fact that, and I'm sorry, I love Tomlin. I really do.
me too.
He's a great coach, but he's getting complacent. And he's playing for winning seasons. He ain't playing for playoffs.
Thank you.
That's all I got to say. Not that's what he's doing now. I don't think he was doing that before, but I think he's just playing to save his job.
And this is and this is what they say right here. This is what they always say. Tomlin has never had a losing record.
And that's correct. And that's why he continues to have a job.
And ask the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, he's going to continue to have a job because Pittsburgh actually take care of their head coaches.
Yeah.
So he would have a job even if he had a losing record. That's the difference. That's why when people say like he would have a job. I think Pittsburgh only had 4 coaches in their franchise, and yet they have the most championships out there. As Sharon was saying, they the real 6.
You could say that. However, you won't know that until he has a losing season. And you haven't gotten to the playoffs.
I think he needs a losing season so he get better draft picks.
And one and done. And well, that's you can get draft picks. It doesn't have to be first and second round draft picks. You could get good draft picks. You just got to have a good scouting department. That's all you got to have.
That's true. That is true.
But I mean, the Rooney's. Yeah, you're right. Rooney's stick with people for a long time. That's one caveat for them. But you haven't seen Tomlin have a losing season yet, so you don't know what's going to happen if he does. Because they might just say, you know what, dude, you got into us. We're one and done in the playoffs most of the damn time.
Yeah.
In the last 3 or 4 years, and now you have a losing season. You know what, dude? I think we need to move on.
Actually, you saying that reminds me of the stat they threw up during the game where they showed Mike Tomlin's first, I want to say 5 years, and he was like 5-0 in the playoffs. But then ever since, he's 3-8.
I'll have to say this about Mike Tomlin. I'm not telling you that he's not a very good coach. He's a very good coach. He's still a top 5 coach in this league.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put all that out there.
Yeah,
But it you know what I mean? He needs some more help over there on that offensive side of the ball. And his defense ain't getting no younger. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to say about that.
He needs.
But we got to get to these. We got to get to these certified players, though. We got to get to these certified players. But actually, well, Sean here, he might got a what happened, baby. Hold up. At least I think he here. There you go.
I'm right here,
Sean's
man.
Sean.
I mean, y'all covered it all. No. Fuck that. The Eagles get my what happened, baby. Fuck that. You gotta let Saquon break that record. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You gotta let Saquon
did he really break the
record
in 17 games though?
Right, with 50 less carries. Go look it up. Don't disrespect.
It don't make a difference. It's
yes,
16.
It does. It does.
No, it don't.
I've done it in
if
less
you want to
carries.
be honest, O.J. Simpson was the best one at it because O.J. did it in 14 games.
I've done it in less carries.
Yes, he
That's
did.
all that matters.
Yes, he did.
The carries is what matters. How many times are you getting the ball?
Shout out to the juice. Shout out to the juice.
Saquon Barkley should have been able to break that record. Man. I don't give a fuck how many games.
R.I.P.
Carry ain't got nothing to do with it, dude. If you can't break it in 16 games, then fuck it. You ain't breaking it.
That's some old school. That's some old school way of
that
thinking,
ain't
bro.
old school
Football
shit.
change.
That's fucking fact.
No, football change.
If you want to break the record, then all the way break the record in 17 games. That's what you do.
He could have.
I mean, go above that.
He could have. Jalen Hurts is on the team. Jalen Hurts is on the team. He would have. Jalen Hurts still carries for Saquon. We all know this. He would have. So cut it out.
I don't think it's Jalen Hurts. I think it's
Jalen Hurts.
I think it's Kenny Gainwell.
Jalen Hurts. He got 2,005
I think Jalen
yards.
Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts steals his touchdown. I think Jalen Hurts steals his touchdowns, but Kenny Gainwell steals his carries.
Yeah, it's touches. But no, he should have broke the record.
But let's get the certified play.
Listen.
I hate to give this team they props. They in our division, but Tampa Bay. They beat the Saints.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
You heard me.
No, I didn't hear you. It all went together. I didn't hear you.
Sorry, my headphones.
We got a guy. We got a guy in the comments that say that we never talk about. What'd you say? What's their name?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Man, Tampa Bay. There's a guy in the comments. He said we never talk about Tampa Bay. Nobody talks about it. All they talk about is the Dallas Cowboys or the Eagles or Detroit. They never talk about Tampa or San Fran. They never talk about Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? And he just said thank you, Ryan.
Tampa Bay is dangerous.
They're dangerous right now. They best
better stay away from
receiver broke the record. He broke a record against the Saints. He broke a record against the Saints.
I mean, who don't usually nowadays?
Mike Evans.
I can tell you one thing that I think is funny though. Shout out to Mike Evans, but his first round matchup is against Marshawn Lattimore. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Hey, you know what's so funny?
You can't make this shit up.
Wait a minute, Dennis. You know what's so funny?
They snatching chains and bringing pain.
They always be fighting. Go back and watch. Go back and watch when he was with New Orleans in those Tampa Bay games. They always be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait for this. This Mike Tyson Holyfield part 2.
No, not part 2, man. This is like a never-ending Friday the 13th
part 2. That's when somebody gets bit in the head.
Right. This is like Friday the 13th, part 13.
Right.
Shit.
This it's going to be a good one. So, but I gotta give them their props. So there you go.
Yeah, I did. I used that Jim Moore playoff.
Jim Moore said
the playoffs.
Yeah. So that's all I got, Dennis.
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay, all right. What you got, Beach Fella?
For
certified player. Who you got certified?
Oh, certified player. Oh, I gotta go with who this weekend? Well, I mean, since Kansas City basically gave the game away, I still gotta give it to Denver. Denver did what they had to do. You know, they said, well, fine, if you're gonna fucking play your second and third stringers, we're gonna beat the shit out of them. And that's what they did. That's what good teams do, man. I'm not a big Sean Payton fan. I'm not, but I do like Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is a pretty good quarterback. So they did what they had to do. I like that. And fuck Kansas City.
Dang. You're right, dog. If he play,
he'll
been injured since
he'll play.
He'll play for that game. He'll play for that game. They're gonna have to tie his league up, but he'll play for that game. C-Dub, what you got? Certified players.
God, it's tough to pick just one. Because there's so many different games and everything, and I want to actually go 2 players. It's like this. It's tied for 2 for me. One, I want to give Little Bryce some recognition. He played us like he was playing in the practice squad game, and he really looked great in it. So pretty awesome. Give him some credit for that. But a certified player is Lamar and also Derrick Henry. I mean, those 2 guys in Baltimore are just, regular season. You tell me, oh well, this is easy for them to do. Look, you still have to make plays. You still have to do what you need to. And I'm just looking very forward to seeing this playoffs. And like I said, my NFC pick is going to be quite easy because it's going to be the Detroit Lions because I just love the team and everything about them, watching them. But I'm looking forward to the Washington and the Buccaneers game for sure. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Okay, that's not bad, not bad. Sean, what you got, Sean?
Uh, the Bengals. Joe Burrow has been on another level.
The Bengals.
The Bengals. The
the
Bengals. Yes.
He
Yes.
did not even say
The
Cincinnati. He said the
Bengals.
He said the
Bengals.
Bengals because he was talking
Bengals.
Joe Burrow, the Cody Rhodes, Cody
And
Rhodes,
Joe
the
Burrow and
Cody
Jamar
Crybaby.
Chase.
Cody should
Yep.
be in the playoffs. Cody was the best quarterback this year. Yeah. Where the hell was Cody at? Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If they make, did they make the playoffs? If
No.
they didn't. Shit, if they did,
No.
he deserved that MVP, boy, because they won out, didn't they? They won out.
They won
Nah, I
out,
ain't
but
One out.
MVP.
a few
But
teams had to lose.
Shit, me. He. Y'all better be lucky that motherfucker not in the playoffs, boy. Josh Allen, count your stars, nigga, because if he was in that playoffs, your ass would be on your way out.
It's
Patrick Mahomes
because of
too.
Kansas City that he's not in the playoff.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes too.
yeah, his tag team partner, the refs, helped.
Yeah. Shout out to the refs. That's all I got.
I just want to know why do people got to count their stars if the Bengals not in the playoffs? Why can't the Bengals win in September?
Because Josh Allen, I don't know. They always do start off slow. That's a fact. They start off 0-2,
I'm trying to
0-3.
figure this out.
Every year, they always
keeps
start off
saying
slow.
Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that. Why
If you get
can't
the
Joe
Bengals in the
Burrow
first
win in
4
September?
weeks, you got them. If you get them Bengals in the first 4 weeks, you can get them. But after that, them dudes they catch fire and they go
They
crazy.
catch fire like
So
October.
they win 2 games in September, y'all in trouble. They in September 2-2, y'all in trouble.
Yeah,
Other
they
than
gotta
that,
get better.
that 0-3, 0-4, it ain't gonna work.
I mean, like I said before, it's their fault that they were in that position, but at the same time,
Right. That's exactly why I don't sit there and everybody.
Nobody wants to see them.
Everybody keep telling us some of the numbers Joe Burrow put up. This is the greatest numbers we ever seen. Man, anybody trying to hear that shit, man? It's
Jamar
because
Chase,
they
though.
fucking lose.
Hey, tell him, Jamar. Today's price is not yesterday's price. Make them back up the brain.
Man, he is going to have to bent over a barrel for that contract.
They should have paid you, Jamar. I'm with you, baby. They should have paid you. Tell them again. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
That's right.
Pay me.
They got to back up.
I was in the same receiving core. I was in the same receiving core as Justin Jefferson, motherfuckers, and I look better than him. Give me my money.
The Bengals are crying because they saw that performance and were like, oh, God, we got to pay him.
I don't think they got enough money to pay him.
Triple crown. Dude won a triple crown. I mean, hey.
Yeah. Look, the man put the numbers up, man. You can't
pay that man.
Yeah.
But this my problem. Then my question. Will you put all the money on offense or will you get that defense to be legit?
No, they still gonna have a bad defense. Then they're gonna come back. Yeah. They're gonna come back crying again next year. Joe Burrow deserves to be in the playoffs. I don't hear about Cody Rhodes.
I mean,
the offense is not the problem.
Look, their GM has to build around what he has. If you're gonna sign,
Chase, you got rid of your good defensive coordinator.
You need to make sure you have a very good job of scouting, making sure you pick guys that are going to fit your team and do what you need to. I'm sorry. I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't think it's that hard. It's just you build around what you can. I don't see it, but
Well, Cincinnati did bad in the offseason in the first place when they got rid of Mixon and DJ Reader. Those are two people that were steadfast people in their right. Chase Brown came out near the end of the season for him, but it didn't start off that way.
Right.
They needed Joe Mixon in those first few games. That would have won them a couple of more games.
Yeah,
so then my point. Do you put all this on the quarterback, the offense, or will you say, you know what, we need help on defense?
But they got to so you asking with the money that they got. I don't know how much money they got off the top of my head, but with the money that they got, is either you pay Jamar Chase or you build your defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one you doing? Which one you doing?
Are you going to pay T. Higgins then? Because
Somebody got to be the
You
sacrificial
got to
lamb.
pay
All right?
one
Somebody
of
got
them.
to go.
You got to
You gotta
keep
pay
one.
one
You
of
got to
them.
pay one of them.
But
Somebody got to go.
Somebody
the,
got to
the
go.
got a
problem
Groupon.
is,
No one's got the Jerry Jones Groupon here.
But no,
Well-
Tiggy Higgins said he'll take the cut, and Burrow did say he'll take the reconstruction so they all can stay together. Let's get that out the way.
okay. That, but you
But Chase
still
ain't having that
need-
shit. You gotta pay me.
But you still
I
need
know.
help on that defense.
He was willing to get paid.
That's you know what? That's Cincinnati fucking that up. That's the front
Right.
office fucking.
So
They
you
should
should
have
have
paid him way ahead
paid
of time.
them a
Yeah,
year
should have
ago
been paid him. Should have been paid him.
or 2 years ago. But now you want to wait.
You should have paid him when he asked
I
for that
always
money.
I
When he
always
asked
tell
for
people
it,
you
you
better
give him
off
what
paying
you
them
want.
early.
I give you Brandon Ayuk money right now. That's what you want. I'll pay you
They
right
need to
now. I'll
get-
give you Brandon Ayuk money right now. Get
They
you
need
out
to
the
pay.
way.
1.5 mil.
They need to pay a defensive coordinator.
You
That's
could
what
have got
they
him
need
for
to
the
pay.
120.
Well-
You could have got Jamar Chase for the 120, but you wanted to be an asshole and let him go out here and get a triple crown. So
Right.
now you got
So
to pay him the
now-
super max.
Pay him triple crown money now.
Yeah, now
So
you pay him
now-
super max. Give me mine.
Okay. How much the Supermax is?
Well,
It's higher than Justin Jefferson. I'll tell you that.
look, you are going to have to put
And a
about
penny.
40 a year,
$1
Ron.
bill
45 a year, Ron.
Yeah, yeah. You
Plus
got
a
More
penny.
than 5 years.
About 45.
Hey man,
Ooh.
No, Justin Jefferson got 30, 35, so it'll probably be like 36, 37.
hey, it
No,
ain't my
40.
money.
I need 40 now.
So,
Justin Jefferson got paid 3 years ago. I need 40.
Justin
okay.
Jefferson got paid last year.
Yeah, he
Alright,
got paid this
to
year.
me, that was
actually,
3 years
didn't he?
ago. That was before it was a triple crown. I need
Dang.
40.
What the fuck?
I was a
So
triple. I'm the
now-
triple crown. I'm the
Right.
current triple crown. Bitch, you give me
Hey,
40.
Dennis, you can say what the fuck what you want
Say
to,
what
man.
you
but
want.
Yeah, man. I mean, people-
That's what he's gonna
Chase
say,
got it.
man. I'm
So-
telling
You
you
gonna
right
want
now.
forty.
bro.
You gotta give
Listen,
him 40.
y'all can say what y'all want, but we talking about Cincinnati. Okay? We talking about
Whether-
Cincinnati.
Okay, let me help you
I'm
out.
not
Whether
saying
Cincinnati give it to
Cincinnati
him,
has to pay him.
whether
Right.
somebody
Or
else give it
somebody
to him,
else
he
gives
gonna
it
get
to him.
40.
Right.
He getting
He's gonna
40.
get it. He
But
getting it.
the problem,
I don't think he's
close.
getting 40.
38.
I don't think he
37,
getting
I'll
40.
take it.
wait a minute. The problem
38.
is
No, 40 is the
still-
question. I don't think he's getting 40.
Wait a minute. The problem is you still got a problem on that defense. How you
That ain't
gonna
Jamar Chase
fix
problem.
your defense?
That ain't Jamar Chase's problem.
It sure ain't, but hey,
Let me.
the
Let me
guy,
tell you something.
Trey Henderson just led the league in sacks.
Right.
So
Okay,
you
you
got
gotta pay him too.
So you got your wide receiver who won the triple crown, and then the guy on defense lead the league in sacks.
Defensive player of the
And
year.
he a free agent.
Come on.
No, he's not
He like
defensive player, but he's
Why not?
in the conversation, but he didn't get it.
That's
He
who
a
always
free
get it, though. The
agent
sack
now,
leader
Dennis.
always get defensive player of the year.
No, he didn't, because what you call me didn't get it last year.
Who's that?
You don't talk. You don't take
TJ Watt.
on your first
TJ Watt?
deal.
I thought he did get it last year. No, that was Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett
No,
was
it was
he
Myles
didn't lead the
Garrett.
league. He didn't lead the league in sacks last year. Myles Garrett.
No,
No.
he didn't lead.
He was close. Shit,
It
he
was
was top
TJ
3. Wasn't he?
Watt.
He was top 3.
Yeah,
Wasn't
TJ
Myles
Watt
Garrett?
led the league in sacks. They don't like to give TJ Watt that motherfucking
I don't know
defensive
why
player
they
of the
be
year.
hating on TJ Watt like that. TJ Watt the best defensive player in football.
But
Because he
once
played for the
again,
Steelers.
I don't give a
You-
shit.
look, once again, that Cincinnati defense is terrible. The
Hey,
defense
that is a lot to be put into
But
a wide
you know
receiver.
why you shouldn't feel bad for him? Because the year after they went to the Super Bowl, they had top 5 cap money. You could have fixed it then.
yeah, you could,
Yeah.
but
You
they
had
said
over 100 million in cap space. You could have
But
fixed it
they-
then.
you right, son. But they said, you know what?
BJ
We
said-
want to wait.
BJ said 42 if I'm not paid within a week.
Damn.
You feel me, BJ? You feel me?
Mm.
Right now, they're 21st with 6 million plus cap space.
They just got $6 million.
Right
$6
now,
million.
right now this season they do. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Chase might be gone, player. Chase might be gone.
Trey Henderson might be going too.
Right.
Listen,
So,
what the
but-
Bengals don't want to hear is you're gonna have to get rid of T. Higgins. That's it. It's over.
The
You
part
gotta
that's
keep
fucking
one.
him
You
up,
gotta get rid of T. Higgins. That's the nigga that's out. I'm sorry.
the person that's fucked up about those situations, they got $13 million in dead cap space. So yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of somebody.
so it's not looking good. But
They're not the
Everybody
only
getting
ones.
certified. Everybody getting certified.
Oh yeah. San Fran in the same boat though.
Worse, actually.
All right. Ryan, you ready for these questions?
Oh yeah. You want me to still do number one?
No.
All right. Do you think it is hard to win a lot of games in the NFL, or do you think it is hard to win a lot of games in college football? Sean, talk to me.
Come back to me. A lesson is being taught real quick. Come back to me.
See, Doug.
I think games is it harder to win in the NFL, harder to win in college.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, honestly, I think it's harder to win in the NFL because everyone's on the same playing field. Believe it or not, and quite honestly, I think in the NFL you got to be able to deal with all of these egos and everything, but also mainly you got to be able to teach these guys, make these boys or men, and really show them how to be accountable to each other and to the team. So I think that is very hard. But if you do it, you see, the coaches that get it, they can get those wins. But I want to say the NFL.
Dennis.
Yeah, I'm going with the NFL.
The Lions fan.
Definitely the NFL.
Sean.
It's the NFL. I was waiting for one of my OGs to say it, but none of them say it. The saying is called any given Sunday. Like for instance, how the Panthers beat the Falcons. Ain't no FCS team gonna ever beat no fucking Georgia. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Any given Sunday. And then now it's the persuasiveness in the college football. I can get anybody I want the next year through the transfer portal. So no, it's never gonna be fair in college football from now on. NIL deals.
Why are you calling Antonio at midnight, Ron? You got to start, man. Come on now, Ron.
Yeah,
I will talk about that after the show. My next question: Will you fire a NFL head coach after one season if he costs you a lot of games? Dennis.
Oh yeah, if he cost me games, yeah, he got to go.
See that?
Man, you already know my answer on this. Yeah, I mean it's like Dennis just said. Actually, you costing me games. If you're the reason, it's like if I'm looking at my team, and we had that conversation of what's the expectation. God, GD Dolan, God bless you. Anyway, if we're looking at teams and we're going, what do we need to do? Then, or what's our expectations? And you tell me playoffs, and then you lose these games. Don't tell me about, I need another chance, especially if you're not the guy that, I'm looking at and I'm going, but let me see how you treated the media. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, you didn't want to answer the question about timeouts. So then, yeah, that's why I say, man, even 1 year, yeah, I would tell someone bye-bye.
All right, Sean, talk to me.
You said quarterback?
Head coach.
You said head coach. Oh, you still on your Falcons rant. I got you.
Hey, I never said Raheem. I said a coach.
You
meant Raheem.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about my man Ryan with the most. You feel me?
Oh,
Ryan, normally Ryan questions are centered around what he's going through in life. So
hey, be careful. He might call you at midnight.
For real though.
Since we talking about the Falcons, I'll stream it the other way. For instance, like the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy. Yeah. He won a lot of games, but he's kind of the reason why like the shit turned the way it did. Him and Jerry Jones have I don't know, you could do the percentages on your own time, but him and Jerry Jones are probably the reason why the Cowboys look the way they do. So yeah, if the coach is the problem, that's the head. That's the head of the everything. You chop the head off, there's no body. You know what I mean? There's no brain. The body doesn't know what to do. So if your head is fucked up, then the rest of the body's fucked up. So yeah, you got to get rid of the head if the head is the reason. Yeah, fire his ass.
Lions fan.
Yeah, of course, man. If he's costing you games, what the fuck else you gonna do? You fire the players? You can't fire the fucking coach, man.
Right.
He costing you games.
Well,
Dumbass.
I'm finna say this. Raheem, you young player. You cost us 5 games.
Well, then again,
There it goes.
wait a minute. And Striller, you can attest to this. Now, last year the Lions lost a couple games because of late game decision making. The 2-point conversion in the Cowboys game, not kicking the field goal in the playoff game. You know what I mean? It fucked y'all over. So like, but you gave Dan Campbell another chance, and now look at y'all, best team in the NFC. So I mean, it could work both ways.
No. That ain't the same thing. That ain't the same thing.
Yeah,
He fucked up them games. He fucked up them games.
No, hold up. He was 3-13-1 in his first year, 9-8 in his second year, 12-5, and he's 15-2 this year. You don't get nowhere to no coach like that. I don't give a damn what the fuck he does. Okay, that's kind of like that. That's the Tomlin theory. Okay,
Yeah, I got you.
that's the Tomlin theory.
I got you.
He's saying his first year costing them games, a bunch of games. He ain't talking about 1 or 2. He's talking about a bunch of games.
Right.
But you gotta see it through. It's already like, listen, and I don't even mean to take it there. You got to see it through. It's hard for a black coach, for you to get a black head coach. You got to see it through. You got to see it. You got to give him another shot.
If that black head coach don't call timeouts, don't pull the players that need to be pulled in that game, they're not doing their job.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I know where you're going with this. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna fire right back at you because I know where you're going with this. Now you get rookie quarterbacks that fuck up that first year. Do you just drop them?
No.
You just drafted them in the first round?
No.
No, you say he's a rookie, and this is the mistakes he's gonna make, correct?
But
so why can't the coach get the same
okay,
shit?
I got
first
one
time
for
head
you.
coach, his mistakes he's gonna make.
Wait a minute, I got one for you because Raheem been in the NFL for a long time.
And he's been
But he's not
coach.
been a head coach a long time.
Yes, he has.
He's been a head coach for us.
3 years.
For us.
Where was he?
He was in Tampa Bay for 3 years, and then he was the interim coach for us. And
What
then
years was he in Tampa?
Yeah.
He, what?
He was
2006.
It was just before what's his face
So
went there.
damn near 20 years ago.
But here's the thing.
This is a completely different football game. I'm just being honest.
Well, no, because here's the thing.
The fuck, they don't run the ball no more.
This brilliant coach would tell you, if I wasn't here, if we had a better quarterback play, I wouldn't be here. And then he looks at Ryan Clark and goes, I'm going to believe in him. My secret to getting this team, to get that quarterback down, I'm going to believe in him. So from week 1 through 11, I guess his belief level wasn't really high because we only got like 9 sacks. And then for the 5-week period when supposedly he tipped into the defensive coordinator's room, rubbed Jimmy Lake's shoulders, told him to go to the strip club, and he kind of worked on some things on the defense.
Well, wait a minute.
All of a sudden, and we only finished 2-3, so it wasn't like he did something great. And
so wait a
then
minute.
Here you are, or as Raheem, you had Kirk Cousins with a 5-game streak where he went 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions. He had a kicker that missed
$50 million.
Wait a minute. You think that he went and told you motherfuckers to sign Kirk Cousins?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He was tight with Kurt.
He don't get money.
He actually said in the press conference that him and Kurt, that they go way back in Washington. And when he talked about elite processors for quarterbacks, he was talking about Kirk Cousins.
To give him $100 million, that's not his
right. Right. I know that, but what I'm saying is, you cost us 5 games, Raheem. 5.
You win any of the 3. It's like this. You win any of
y'all
those
have a better
5
record
games
last
Ron's
year?
talking about, we're in the playoffs.
Did y'all have a better record this year than y'all had last year?
We just won 1 more game this year, son.
Well, goddamn it, 1 more isn't a fucking improvement. Take what you can fucking get. The fuck out of here.
Hold on.
Get outta
And that
here.
comes back to my question. If he
You know
looked
what?
at our
You know what,
play-
Raheem? You know what it is? I know you got rage for Gerard Mayo because I got that same rage. I said, why the hell would you get rid of a coach after 1 year when you won't have shit around him? That quarterback. The quarterback may be good, but the rest of the team is shit.
Yeah,
And you're going to get rid of him?
The
Yeah,
big
I
pieces
wouldn't
that
have
y'all
let
signed
on,
both came
Gerard
off of injuries. You got Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins off of injury. You got the linebacker off of injury.
Yeah. Judon.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
And y'all thought y'all was the best thing since sliced cheese. No, motherfucker, it's called humble pie. How'd it taste?
I wouldn't have got. I won't get rid of Raheem.
No,
I wouldn't
humble
get rid of
yourself.
Raheem.
You don't have enough to do what you think you want to do.
Man, Sean, can I tell you something? That's what we're trying to say. It's like, dude.
So stop trying to
get
fire him and fix
humble.
the fucking team. That's not his fault.
Right.
Well, no, it is his fault because
Oh,
he
come on.
looked at this team and went, "All we need
He
is
did.
an elite
He did what a
processor."
coach is supposed to
If
do.
he
He
Kirk-
put belief in his
he-
fucking players.
He wanted Kurt. He got Kurt. And when they drafted Penix, I tell people, Terry Fontenot made it very clear he was trying to save his job by that pick.
Yeah, that was a smart pick.
It was. Now it is. But here's the funny part, though. So Raheem had control of the quarterback, of what quarterback plays. So during this 5-game losing streak, you're looking at it going, well, Kurt's looking kind of bad. God, I wish I had another quarterback here.
What?
And Michael Penix is right there.
Y'all
This
killing
man-
me. Y'all killing me. Kirk always looks bad around the same fucking time. He looked
Okay,
bad
hold
like
on.
this on
If
Washington.
you know
He
it,
looked
if
bad
we
like this
know
on the
it,
Vikings.
Hold on. If we know it, you know it, then why doesn't the coach not know it?
He don't control the money.
Oh my God. This is who he wanted.
You got a GM and he don't control the money.
I think you got to look at it from this perspective. The ownership is the one that makes the ultimate decision.
That's it.
So they could have easily said, and
No.
as far as Cousins coming back from an injury, and then you paying him all that money, he's got the reputation of taking money and running. He gets the most money in the damn league. So the ownership should have done their homework on that whole situation and said, we're drafting Penix or whoever the fuck they draft for quarterback, and told Raheem, we're drafting him, deal with the fucking shit. You're going to start him. That's it. I mean, both sides, the coach has to talk to the ownership to tell them who they like. But it's up to the ownership
they hired Raheem on the pitch that he told them that they was going to get Kirk Cousins and win more games. That was the pitch that he sold to them.
And they did.
One more game, Sean.
They won one more game than they won last year.
They're not
Motherfucker, I
doing
won
that,
more
player.
games than you did last year. I improved. I held my end of the bargain. I didn't say we was going to win the Super Bowl. I didn't say we was going to make the fucking playoffs. I said we win more games.
This whole NFL with the one and done shit is fucking through. I don't understand half this shit. You don't let nobody fucking maturate. Everybody's got to be, we're going to the Super Bowl the first fucking year you hire them. No, fuck that shit. Only two teams could get to the Super Bowl. Get the fuck out of here.
I said this, and Dennis vouched for me. I said, I just want to make it to the playoffs. I said that this year. I just want to make it to the playoffs. We had not been
playoffs last year.
No, because our head coach
did you get a step closer to the playoffs this year?
We were in the same spot this year.
Yes, you did.
We were close to the playoffs, but we weren't in. We didn't control our destiny, just like last year. That's been the common theme for the Falcons the past 3 years. And it's like we're never the hammer, we're the nail.
Right.
Well, next year you get to be the hammer. How about that? Right. You keep Raheem. Have faith in your coach for one more season. I always give coaches like 3 seasons. If you fuck up in those 3 seasons, you suck. You need to go. You know what I'm saying? Give some players, some coaches, some chances, man. You even give the players some damn chances. I'm getting sick of the quarterbacks being one and done in here. These people got to immaturate. Stop throwing rookies in there because they got a Heisman Trophy. Fuck that shit. You ain't good. This is the National fucking Football League. This is a professional league. You ain't gonna adapt immediately to that shit, and don't hold these players accountable to do so.
That's true.
Give everybody a chance. Everybody's got just like Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce. These two guys are new coaches. Give them a damn chance.
Right. But Tom Brady said he got to go. So Tom Brady was running the Raiders over there. Or
he's not running the Raiders. He's a third majority owner. He's not going to. He's a party favor over there. What he does is scout. He's scouting for the next quarterback. He ain't worried about Antonio Pierce. That's what the big dogs do.
Yeah, he's actually like The Rock. He comes out, he's wanting to pimp his, drink and, pimp, whatever he can. Talk to this, people be the, the shill and, tell people, hey, thanks for coming. Take pictures. That's basically what he's doing. I don't think he's doing the down in the dirty nail work.
My next question: do you think boosters play a huge role in college football? C-Dub.
Yeah, why not? I'll say yes.
Why you not looking up?
Sorry, I was getting a message from my son. I apologize.
Oh, I thought you were looking up because you knew y'all was boosting. I was like, well, go dog.
Hold on, no, I wanted to see if the check cleared. Damn it!
Dennis, talk
go
to
dog.
Fans.
Talk to me, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. They do play a huge role, and they always have been before NIL. Since everybody want to blame everything on NIL.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you just legalized cheating. That's really what you did, which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
Let the kids get some change. There's nothing wrong with it.
The Lions fan, talk to me.
I'm agreeing with all the rest of y'all because and especially with Dennis because it was going on before the NIL. It's just a lot better for him now that they have the NIL. So
yep. It started going on back in the day with the hurricane.
Mm-hmm. Every team does it.
Right.
And don't fucking fool yourself. Every Division I team does that shit.
Right. Every team in college football got boosters.
Mm-hmm.
Every team. So, Sean, talk to him.
No, Sean left.
Oh, okay. My next question. It been rumors that I hate saying this, man. The Pelicans trying to trade Zion. Name a NBA team should trade for him, and how many players should that NBA team give up to get him? Dennis.
Big Memphis, 2 first-round draft picks.
Little Memphis, 1 first-round draft pick, and the mascot.
The mascot.
You just a hater, man. You just a hater on Big Memphis. Leave Big Memphis alone, man.
But you said, yes. 2
Big Memphis, 2 first-round draft picks.
All right. See, Doug, talk to me.
Trying to think of the teams and who would benefit, but also
C-Dub.
Yeah.
C-Dub. But you know the team. You know the team.
What yours? I mean, come on. You don't need any more people. You're good.
You know the team.
Yeah, you got your people.
No, I ain't talking about my team. Okay. I'm talking about your team.
You talking about the Hawks.
Jeez. You know, man, a few years ago, I would be all over saying, well, I mean, we've already fleeced the Pelicans once. I mean, I don't mind trying to fleece them again. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if we could get Zion for, Clint and, Larry Nance, I'm down for that. That'd be nice. But I was actually...
and probably a first.
we probably would have to give up a first. But, I mean, I'm just saying. But honestly, when I'm thinking about this, it's going to be Miami. Have someone next to Bam Adebayo, and give Jimmy up.
So
Oh no, hell
Jimmy
no.
go over there to the Pelicans.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
no.
look, I'm not saying it would work. I'm just saying if you're thinking of an idea of a trade, if this is one of those you're trying to move a guy, man, Jimmy would do some. I would like to see what Jimmy does with the Pelicans.
Because
They got enough guards over there.
they've been talking about this for 4 months.
Yeah.
About Zion. And I'm like, 1 minute you say you want to keep him. The next minute you say you don't want to keep him. So which one is it? Like, I don't understand which one is it. I mean, he got into the BS with his baby mama and all that stuff. They came front and center, said they wanted to keep him. They said they would give him the help that he needed. Cool. Now this bullshit came out. I don't know. The Lions fan, talk to me.
Now you want to say you want to give up two first round picks? What'd you say?
I said,
I said 2 first round picks.
Zion.
He said, Dennis said 2 first round picks.
And he's only played
maybe
1 game this. Well, how many games he's played this season?
What?
Well, he's averaging 22.7 points a game this season. 45% field goal, 8 rebounds. It's not bad. I don't know about getting up a first round, 2 first round picks for him. Maybe 1.
I said some of the players on your team to get them.
I don't know about that either. I mean, then what are you doing to your team? You can't implode your team just to get 1 player. 1 player is not going to make your team. Even if he does score 22.7 points a game, that's not going to help if you ain't got nobody else on your fucking team. You're just trading losing for losing. Yeah, so I mean, first round pick. I don't think I'd give him 2, maybe 1 in a second.
So, okay, so you give 1.
And maybe a couple players that are hot bench players.
The one I'm talking about.
You talking about
give up?
I thought you were talking about like giving them half the team. No,
hell no. Like the backups, the ones that don't really come in like that.
I think you have to give something, but honestly,
I would give them 2 hot bench players.
Yeah, it's
2
like
hot bench players, a first and a second. That's what I do.
And I'll just like the Hawks. I don't know if I want to trade now for Zion. We have Jalen Johnson at the power forward position that I'm easily good with. Now, do I want to get upgrade my center? Oh heck yes I do. But Zion's not going to do that for me. That's kind of why I have some trepidation thinking of Zion here. But I'm thinking if you want to help Zion, man, put him in Miami. Have him play for Heat culture. You see how some of those guys play? They play hard. They don't play games, man.
And the owner don't be bullshitting.
I guarantee they would be doing everything they can to get the most out of him, which I think is what needs to be done, really. I don't think the Pelicans have done a good job coaching him. I think they've given him, whatever, and it's like, dude, you need to do you.
Right.
Yeah, they're pampering him, not coaching him.
Yeah.
But he's still getting 22.7 points a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
I agree.
But the problem is you just see a bit different in him now. He don't got that urge no more. You see what I'm saying? He like, well, I know I missed 20 games. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? He don't got that energy no more.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to look at the team around him. And quite honestly, if he's not motivated, what are you going to do?
Right. And I like somebody help the young man out. Help him out. Like, he might be dealing with some mental issues or something. We don't know. But the way he don't care about basketball, he like, well, I just want to be out 20 games. Okay.
Well, I mean, no coach is going to help no player get through that kind of stuff because it's they can help him with his mental, but if he has a bad feeling about basketball, then you can't take that away from that player. The player just doesn't have a feeling for it anymore. He's not going to play right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can still score 22.7 points a game and not feel right about basketball, the fuck.
I mean, honestly, like I said, I hear you, Ron, but I'm also just going to say this. At some point, when you have somebody and they're invested, you know it.
Right.
And if he's not invested there, then move him, get something back. He's not trash because, we just said he got 22 points.
Not.
And my thing is this: you get him to a good organization. If he goes to a good organization, great, and they can work with him, he'll be fine. But honestly, it's up to the player. It's not up to the team.
You're right.
At this point, people have to be accountable for themselves in this regard.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have an issue, if you're down in the dumps, you can say what you want.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you're fighting depression, guess who has to fight to get out of that? The person that's suffering.
Right.
You don't need a cheerleading squad to help you. You got to do it yourself.
Right.
And that's just my thought. And I mean, look, I think if he does get traded, it's going to be to a team that maybe will have some hard principles, maybe, but it's going to help him in the long run.
Right. Like Dennis said, I could see Little Memphis making a trade. I could see it.
You got to look at it from the franchise's point of view too.
Yeah,
they could trade it, but the other franchise is looking at the same thing that you're trading them for.
Right.
And do they want to take a chance? He might come into a good environment. You know what I'm saying? A better coaching environment.
Right.
But is that going to shake him from his whatever the hell he's got going on in his head? That's the point. You're going to take that chance and pay him money. Right. Yeah, you might get 22.7 points a game. You might not.
Right.
He might go into a deeper funk. Or he could be fucking going off on you and scoring 32 points a game. His psyche is going to be different wherever he goes. So taking a chance, that's what you're doing.
My next question. Do you think NFL Hall of Famers will be happy when someone break their record? See that?
Man, just say this is the Eric Dickerson question because we all know what that was about. That man is as selfish as they come, and he has every right to be. I'm not going to be mean about it. I'm just saying. But look, my thing is this: you break a record, you know what? Good on you. I get the whole 16, 17. Honestly, my thing is this: you played the season. You know how long the season is. Right. You know what it takes to play in this season or to play in the NFL. So I'm not going to discount a game or not. But what I will say is, I think it just depends on the legend. Some legends I've seen, they're very grateful. They're very, if anything, people remember them.
Right.
And then there's some that are wanting to find Brett Favre and want to fight them for some reason.
Right.
It's like, it's like, dude, we don't need to go there. So that's where I feel. It's like, look, not all records. It's like this. If they break a record, don't come on like you're gonna jump off the top of the top rope and do a bionic elbow. Just if anything, you're gonna be remembered still because people do remember the name Eric Dickerson. People do know names of Dan Marino, Joe Montana. That's where I'm like, just because new names like Mahomes or Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley, they all going to be known for. Just it's no big deal. It's like, man, just if it's a great record and it's lasted this long, that tells you how great the record was.
Mm-hmm. Dennis, talk to me.
I think he said enough. C-Dub said enough. But hold on. We got the birthday boy in the house, man. In the house.
Oh, man, he's been going everywhere today.
Man, I've been all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's his birthday.
Snapchat.
Hey, Plick, I appreciate you. Appreciate you for the birthday love. You listen on your B-Day, you guys to get out the house.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time in the house podcasting all day anyway. So, wanted to see what civilization was like again.
Did your food taste sweeter? Did the bread taste even better?
Man, listen. My food tasted a hell of a lot better than what that loss we took on Sunday did. I'll tell you that now.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
we got to call a spade at this point, but I wanted to chime in on that Hall of Fame record. It depends on the player because again, Mark Gastineau was a diva. His own defensive lineman did not like him. The only one that was cool with him was the peacemaker, Mr. Salam, who was on that defensive line. Everybody else on that line just dealt with him, and they even were vocal about it in the documentary that they did on that 30 for 30. But time heals all wounds. But I got to agree, and I hate to say it, but I kind of got to agree with Mark Gastineau on that one. Brett Favre kind of took a dive for that dude to get that record. Honestly, if Strahan would have got it straight up, I would have been okay with it. But watching him just fold like that, like, nah, man. If you're gonna make it look like you took a dive, come on, man. That's all I can say.
Damn. Make it look something. Be dramatic about it. Don't
be
just
dramatic about it, man. That's how I look at it. At least make it look real. You know what I'm saying? But then for Eric Dickerson or whatnot, all I can say is I don't blame him for not wanting anybody to take that record because he did it within a shorter season, which was at the time, 16 games. Jim Brown did it in less time. So OJ did it in less time.
14 games, yeah.
Right. So I can understand why he would want that record because if you extend the season, you have more of a shot at it. But let's be real. Look at Ashton Genty. Barry Sanders is a humble guy. Always has been that type of dude. He didn't care about the kid breaking the record. He said records are meant to be broken. He didn't take it personally. But Genty still didn't break it, even with extra games. So
two extra games.
Yeah, with 2 extra games. So for me, I feel like records are meant to be broken. I understand selfishly why a lot of Hall of Famers would be a little, hesitant with giving these guys their place. But at the end of the day, it's just like this, man. Look, maybe if they didn't have as many shortcuts as they have now, maybe they get a little bit more respect. I'm not taking away from the athlete because they have great athletes out here, but I don't consider a guy an athlete if he's just a one sport guy. Most of these old school athletes were 2 and 3 sport guys. So you can't sit there and just throw that around like that. So I understand why they're a little bit pissed and they made less money.
The Lions fan, talk to me.
I mean, what everybody said here is pretty much. I think a lot of times too, when people break records, it's how they break them. Just like my man was saying. But like for instance, I love Saquon. Saquon's like one of the generational running backs, just like Derrick Henry is. But people are getting bent because he didn't get one more extra game to break the record of Eric Dickerson. But I'm looking like this: if you can't break it in 16. You ain't breaking no record. That's an asterisk. It's on my book. And Eric Dickerson, you got to be proud athlete too. I mean, Eric Dickerson, he said, well, if he breaks it, he breaks it. But I'm not going to say I like it. I mean, he wasn't being rude about it. He was just saying, if he breaks it, he breaks it. That's good for him. But I don't want him to. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a fuck
and most players, and again, like my man said, most players are humble. They don't give a damn about all that stuff. Records are made to be broken. So it is what it is.
All right, my next question. Do you think it is right that a white college football head coach have more leeway than a black college football head coach?
Why don't you just, instead of saying that in college, why don't you just say and the
sports.
professional ranks as well too, because that's on both levels, not just college. Because we're seeing an example of that right now with Antonio Pierce being fired in
Gerard
the first
Mayo.
year, and then you have another coach that was fired in Gerard Mayo in the first year. So it's always been a stigma of black coaches not having opportunities, and hopefully I don't offend y'all, but like their white counterparts. It's just what it is. Let's just be honest. We were never seen as leaders at all, whether if it was playing middle linebacker, quarterback, or center. That was the first one. First coach that got an opportunity and he had to deal with that racism was Fritz Pollard. You can go back, and that was way before Art Shell. And the man coached the Akron Pros to a championship when it was the All-American Football League back in the All-American Football Conference back in the day. So when you really look at it, we've never had a fair shake in a situation of head coaching, because we've always been, if we get those opportunities, those teams are generally god-awful. Minus Art Shell. Art Shell walked into a situation where the team was actually competitive. But everybody else that's come around, from Dennis Green, Mike Tomlin, Lovie Smith, all those teams were bad. Lovie Smith went to the Super Bowl with damn Rex Grossman. Let that sink in.
I bet you then they fire him after that. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
And you see a lot of white coaches get retreads and they get extra jobs easily. And one man that should be getting a call right now, Brian Flores. That team that's down there in Miami was his. Just like Mike Singletary. That team that Harbaugh took to the Super Bowl was Singletary's team. But no one wants to talk about that, though.
Dennis, talk to me.
No, I agree with that. You go to the next person.
Damn. See that.
Totally agree. I also am on the fence, or not on the fence. I've been always looking at it and going, I've always wanted guys to get a fair chance, regardless. Okay? I think Antonio Pierce, that man deserves a chance. If not with the Raiders, he better be hired somewhere else. That man, what he did as an interim coach was damn near amazing. With the team falling apart the way they did. And then, look, I think Gerard Mayo definitely got a raw deal. I think a lot of us all agree with that.
Yes.
You know, and his team totally rebuilt. So why are we so worried all of a sudden to keep him for one more year? I mean, unless, let's just be honest, you're hot and heavy for Grable. Now, look, is Grable a good coach? I believe he is. But New England, Robert Kraft, put your phone down and just let your guy do his job because you wanted him. Now, for you to fire him and bring him in and then fire him after 1 year, that just tells me, man, something was up. You just wanted to clear that contract, called Grable, and basically y'all kind of made that little deal underneath the table. That's just my feeling. And you can feel any way you want. Now, me, we talked enough about the Raheem thing. I've made that clear. You came in with expectations. You didn't deliver. I believe you deserve to get fired. And it's not just him. I think you clean house. But if you're not going to do it, fine. He's here.
So you're willing to get rid of Jerry Gray at this point? And Jerry Gray has been a solid point on this defense, and he's been handcuffed.
Oh, yes. And if they came out and said, oh, Jerry Gray's our defense, or our defense coordinator, first of all, I'm going to look at Jerry Gray and go, thank God. Number two, I'm going to look at Jerry Gray and go, did you get it in blood that if anything goes wrong, you get the team? Because that's the only guy I trust. So, yeah.
We know he was handcuffed this year, but we can't even beat the look. I told you, I got y'all I got y'all on Thursday. So we ain't got to worry about nobody saying, is this a Falcons crash out party or whatever. I got you Thursday. But
we got you.
But Dennis, I wanted to ask Dennis something real quick before you got to your next question. Hey, Dennis, now the Philadelphia Eagles, proud organization, definitely also a trailblazing organization. And you guys gave Ray Rhodes that opportunity when he came here to Philly. What was it that couldn't transition with Ray Rhodes with the Eagles? I'm just curious because I think he should have got a little bit more time, in my opinion.
Mute.
You're on mute.
We can't hear you.
Ray Rhodes, which is crazy. We were just talking about Ray Rhodes this weekend. Ray Rhodes didn't have a good quarterback in Philadelphia. You know, Randall Cunningham ended up leaving. Rodney Peete was there. Bobby Hoying, Ty Detmer,
Oh, he
and
was
Coy
screwed from
Detmer.
the start, man.
Yeah, he died. Just like, you know, the quarterbacks that he went through. And I might be a little wrong on one or two of those, but I don't remember if it was Ty or Coy Detmer. I get some of them confused on who played first. But yeah, he had a bad luck. But then he went to Green Bay. A lot of people don't remember that. He went to Green Bay as a head coach. And the only reason I remember this, like I told him on this weekend, is because my grandmother told me that Ray Rhodes went to Green Bay and had an all-black staff. And they fired him and the whole staff.
He was so when he went to Green Bay, he was a defensive coordinator. And then he became a head
coach.
No,
he was the head coach.
99. In 99,
that
was
when he was 1 year.
Yeah.
And they fired him and the whole staff.
Wow.
Yep.
Green Bay fans couldn't even believe when I said that to them. Like, yeah, y'all had Ray Rhodes as head coach. Only reason I remember that because my grandma told me that. My grandma been dead since 2013. But when he got fired, she read the paper and said, "Them motherfuckers." I was like, "Grandma, what happened?" They fired Ray Rhodes and his whole staff. Racist motherfuckers. I was like, "Oh no."
Grandma mean business.
Grandma
was like, I got some money on that man.
Grandma told me, hey, listen, Grandma told me the story of Doug Williams. Now, I know Doug Williams won the Super Bowl, but the story she told me was Doug Williams had a terrible first half. And they was like, oh, they need to bench him. He's doing bad. And she was like, you know, right around that time, his wife had died around that year. And then next thing you know, the second half, he came out trailblazing, throwing the ball all everywhere. And you hear the announcer saying, "Oh, his wife must be helping him throw it from the grave." Like that's what they was saying. I was like, they said that on TV. Dennis, she was like, yeah, they said.
But Dennis, he was the reason they went from being 0-26 or whatnot to ended up breaking that streak. And he took them to the NFC Championship game and he played y'all. Because remember, they got y'all in the playoffs. And then they got beat by the Rams. He took them all the way to the NFC Championship game and threw at that torn bicep. That was what messed him up. And everybody, if anybody's a Bucs fan and you know about Hugh Culverhouse, that was a racist piece of shit. I say that to this day. That was a racist piece of shit, and I will say that till the day that you put me 6 feet under. I couldn't rock with
the Packers fan. The Packers fan said that black staff was trash. Listen.
Well, here's the thing: you can't expect that staff to really come in there and ball out in 1 year. You at least got to give them 2.
1 year,
2 or 3.
We see that today with the Patriots.
No. You don't see that. You see that today.
No,
I see that back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you didn't see that unless it was a black coach.
Right.
Nope. And Detroit had one with Jim Caldwell for a little
I like Jim Caldwell.
I was pissed when they got rid of him. That was dumb.
That was the stupidest thing about it. Jim Caldwell had already been to a Super Bowl and actually won one as an assistant and then going with the Colts. So again, people just jump ship too quick. That's how I feel in that sense.
Yeah.
The Lions fan talk to me.
Well, I mean, regardless of anything that the Lions did, anything the Lions did in those times, they were shit anyway. So it don't make a difference. They were gonna fuck up anything in the top. So it don't make a difference. And that's why I like this regime. They ain't gonna do shit like that. But I think, and again, I just gotta. It's you know, that plantation mentality that the NFL has.
Right.
That's why. That's you got the master and you got the plantation guy. I mean, it's all that in the world today. Well, I'll put it this way: in America, it's like that. Right. It's better in corporate America because there are African Americans in higher positions than there would have been 10, 20 years ago. But we're still dealing with the same shit in professional sports.
Yeah.
Especially sports like NFL and hockey and baseball. So you still got that. It's you know what, people gotta just change. It's 2025, people. Come on.
Yeah.
The fuck on.
But
everybody has a purpose in this life. It doesn't make a difference what fucking color you are. If you get the job done, you get the job done. If you can't get it done within 3 years in the NFL, to me, then we got some conversations to say. But you don't just diss somebody because you think you got somebody else. And that's what New England did. They gave all these promises to Mayo, and then they already knew in the back of their head, oh, maybe Vrabel might come here. Bitch, if you don't fucking tell people the truth, it's your non-transparent asses. That's why New England sucks as an organization right now. I hope they get everything they deserve. I hope they fucking get in last place next year too. Fuck them.
Remember, New England wasn't shit. New England wasn't shit after 85 when they fell off.
Right. So
they came back in
that whole team around.
But I mean, they went to the Super Bowl what year?
They went to the Super Bowl in 85, 96 because they beat the Jaguars. Parcells was the coach, and then they started winning with Belichick when he came back. That was when they started winning. But
You
man,
mean
New
Tom
England
Brady.
wasn't shit before then, bro.
You mean with Tom Brady? Because Belichick ain't done shit. I still refuse to put him as a good coach because he had Tom Brady. When Tom Brady goes to another team, wins the damn Super Bowl, and your coach barely gets in the playoffs the next year, the fuck out of here.
And then remember, he only won one game with the Browns.
My next question: since Deion Sanders opened up the door for ex-NFL players to coach, how do you think Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson will do coaching? Anybody to start off?
You said
I'm gonna
wish
them. I wish them the best. I wish them the best. Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson. I wish them the best in their coaching success. But I don't think he opened the door. No. I don't think Deion Sanders opened the door for ex-NFL players to be coaches.
No.
Well, he made it.
Mike Singletary.
He brought a bit like.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this here. Everybody wanted to say he opened that door at HBCUs. I can tell you that's bullshit. Because I can give you a few of them that retired from the league or whatnot, and they ended up going there. Like, matter of fact, we had him on our show, Mr. Larry Little, when he did an interview with us. He talked about that experience of winning a Super Bowl, going 17-0, and having a career, coming out of Bethune-Cookman and going back to his alma mater and coaching. Alvin Wyatt is another one. Then, if you want to get even more technical, Pete Richardson, who, he played for the Bills, but he coached at the school that I love dearly, Southern University, and got 5 HBCU national championships. And Deion ain't the first. Doug Williams coached at Grambling and got national championships. Now, and I mean, and I'm naming them out of order, but man, there's been so many former NFL players to go back on that level, but nobody put the microphone and the camera on that when those guys were doing it because, they were just coaches. It's because Deion has a bravado and a swagger, and he pretty much has the spotlight on him. That is what really drew that. But, man, HBCU's been getting coaches from the NFL for years. Hell, Bubba McDowell was there before Deion Sanders was there. He was at Prairie View A&M. He just got fired, unfortunately. So, I mean, Prime just brought pizzazz with it. That was it. But it was dudes doing it before him. Okay. But no disrespect to him because, hey, he's turned around a couple of programs and got them winning games. Can't hate on the man.
Mm-hmm. See, Doug, talk to me.
Man, it's kind of hard to say anything after Ryan because Ryan pretty much took it all. I mean, nothing wrong. He's right. I mean, I remember watching teams before, and they would have those head coaches, and you would go, "Wait a minute, didn't he play?" And you find out he played. I mean, honestly, it's not like you go, "Oh my God," Deion. Deion is probably the most charismatic if you want to say that, I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you want to say Dion is the most outlandish or puts himself out there, you know, full throttle, yeah, no problem. But I gotta go here. There have been many, many people that have come from all kind of ranks and coached and have been very good and came from the NFL. I mean, I'm just saying it. You know, it's not just him. So for Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson, I want to answer this question: what's your staff look like? What's the support that you're going to have?
Right.
And that will really dictate. Because remember now, with Dion, is kind of like the snake charmer, kind of like your salesman. He's going to be able to sell you. He's got that charisma. He's got that. I can draw you in. Is Mike and Deshaun going to be able to do that? That's the big question. And if it is, or if they can be able to have good staffs and they can have strong connections, they deserve it. And you know what? Good for them. You know, and really good, because it's good to see these guys get a job and be able to do something. You saw how much it meant to Vic.
Right.
So good on them all.
He going back home, and
but he's already got, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to it, and Deshaun Jackson as well. Look at the transfer portal. They've got guys that are leaving big time schools or whatnot to come over there. They might not be it's a couple of guys that were starters, and then you got guys who were rotational pieces that are leaving and coming there because they want an opportunity, because they know that pipeline is going to be there. Like, I'm gonna give you this. Michael Vick is literally getting ready to steal a lot of talent from Virginia Tech, Virginia, and North Carolina. The question is, as you guys said, can he put a staff in place that's going to help develop these young men, and not just professional guys? The way that you get these guys to develop, start bringing some of these local high school coaches in and give these head coaches an opportunity who work with these kids from different programs and have a networking relationship with high schools. That is how you start doing that. Dion could do it because he was prime. Mike can do it too, but I think it would be better to have the local coaches to have an opportunity to work with these kids under the staff, and Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson can actually learn how to really be a head coach. They got Andy Reid on speed dial, so hey.
He gave Michael Vick his blessing, so I've seen that. And the Lions.
Yep, I agree with Ryan too. You know, you gotta remember something. Teddy Bridgewater is quarterback now for the Lions, but he took a year off and he went to a high school and got them a championship. Got him a championship, and the whole thing about his team was that if he won a championship, the team said you got to go back in the NFL.
Don't remind me about that, please, because my cousin was the opposing coach that coached at Raines High School that's produced over 200 players that lost to Teddy Bridgewater in the state championship. So don't even talk about that. I heard about that still. Hey, shout out to Raines High School, Jacksonville, Florida. Donovan Maslin. Hey, cuz, you're going to get your state championship next year. They just was a little bit deeper than y'all at Miami Northwestern this year. Sorry about that.
But
I mean, in the same sentence, I mean, you got to understand, Dion's bringing light to it. I mean, that's a positive thing to say about the whole situation with Dion, because the light wasn't really brought to it before, and because his name is Prime Time, he's bringing the light to it. So that's a positive thing. I don't think he should say that he's the one bringing the black coaches into college.
No,
he shouldn't say that at all. Or it shouldn't be assumed that that's the reason why. But he's putting light on that fact. That's the point.
Yeah,
it's just like the head coach from Michigan, Shamir. You know, a lot of people transferred portals from other team, big name school teams back to Michigan because of why? He's a black coach. Yep, that's as simple as it gets. I'm not trying to make it a racial thing, but that's the truth.
You're right. You're right. You is right. So my last question of the night: if you a GM for your NFL team and you trying to sign someone in free agent, do you pay someone for what they did for their other team, or for what they will do for your team? Ryan.
Say that again, because that was a lot that you put out there, and I'm trying to follow.
Do you pay somebody for what they done for somebody else, or will you pay them for what they will do for your team? You the GM. You do.
If I'm a GM, I'm not paying anybody off potential. You got to earn that money. That's how that's going to be. Whether that is my head coach or whether that is we can find a happy medium with your first contract, but this is how this is going to be. These are we're going to sit down. We're going to talk about the expectations, where the team is going to head to first from my coach. And if we don't meet these expectations, and we're going to have a 3-year plan, unless the owner has something that he wants to do differently. We're going to have a 3-year plan. If you can't achieve these goals from winning a division winning a division title, getting to the playoffs, by getting playoff wins, I'm gonna have like by year 2 I need this, by year 3 I need this. If you can't accomplish that, then we got to have a sit down, and it's gonna be me doing the talking and booting your ass out the door. As for players, I'm not paying you for potential. I got to pay you for what you can do, because I can't fuck up and waste money like we did with Kirk Cousins earlier this year. Just being honest. You can't waste money like that. And we had deficiencies on that defensive line. I felt, and this is just me, you could have got a Justin Fields for dirt cheap. Russ would have came if it was if he would have had faith in the OC. Everybody keeps on Russ wouldn't have came, but here's the thing, and I'm just using the Falcons as an example, but that's with any team. No team is going to pay you money off of just potential. We just a dumbass franchise. Point blank period. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. We just dumb because we just threw money out of the window where it could have been addressed. Philly don't play for potential. Philly actually pays for results. Detroit is starting to do that because they have a smart general manager and a smart. The owner is actually bringing in genuine football heads. That is how you have to handle that. That's just me. I'm done. Y'all can have the rest of that.
See, Doug, talk to me.
You want money? I ain't paying you off potential. Hell, no. I mean, take that and go cry, spit in the wind and see what you get out of that. I will say, you look at what they've done, and you look and see what makes them valuable to your team, and then you go based off that. And you do, like Ryan says, you make a plan. But the thing is, you are accountable to said plan. You don't just say, "Okay, I expect you to do this," and walk away. You got to stick with it. And so that's I'm not going for potential. I don't do
that. Dennis,
The Rock.
They already done said it. Hell, we're gonna get the money. I mean, we gotta go to the next question. Go to the next question.
That's it. That's why I said Dennis. Listen, my brother, listen.
I got one for you, Dennis. Since I took that question, I got a question I'm gonna ask because I want y'all to answer this.
You've been taking a lot of questions since you've been on it. Yeah, I'm love to have you.
I rarely come in your house like this here, and I owed you a visit. Last time you came in my house, wait a minute. Last minute you came in the birdcage, you damn sure took over.
Listen,
you did.
Some places, they just love me. I'm sorry to say this, Ryan, but they love me in the land.
He came in the house. Look, he came in a house full of Falcon fans, and they fell in love with this fool. That doesn't happen often. They fell in love with this fool.
Dennis has that charisma, as we say.
Dennis a damn look. Dennis
Thank
a
you.
damn.
I don't know about that.
Dennis
now.
a West Philly hustler, man. You can't trust them, man. You gotta
Right.
watch them.
No, I'm from North Philly. Hold up. Time out. From North Philly, baby. North with the F, baby. North with the F. All right, I'm from North.
I'm
I
sorry.
just live in West. I just live in
Oh,
West.
you live in okay, Mr. North. Hold on. How
It's
y'all
cheaper
say?
to live in West.
Hey, my old lady said like this: "You from North? That's how you know you up here. You
North.
from North.
North with the F. You got to say it with the F. North.
It's in
So
North.
here's the question I got for you guys: when you're looking at organizations and you talk about not just championship pedigree and trying to build to that point, what do you do to start building a team to go into the right direction? And how do you figure out how do you get into that direction with the front office first, the scouting department, and then the coaching department, and then the draft portion of it? How would you guys attack it?
With me,
Yeah.
I just
Your
speaking
front
for me.
office.
I
Your
be
front office
bringing
and your
somebody
coaches got to
that
be
got
best
experience.
friends.
Right. I be
No,
I be
I'm not
bringing,
with the somebody that got experience all the time, though, Ryan. Because
Mhm.
because sometimes them motherfuckers you can't tell them shit.
but if I'm the boss, I will not dare hire anybody. You see what I'm saying? I will call around the NFL first and see if he a good person to work with. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people not a good people to work with.
Well,
So
some people you don't know that they're good to work with or not until they get that position of power. Like
Mhm.
right now, everybody want Ben Johnson right now, right? Ben Johnson, hot as fish grease right now. Who you
what?
never seen Ben Johnson as no head coach? I'm not hating on him, but just last year, everybody was hyped for the Texans offensive coordinator.
What?
Mhm.
Now he don't went from sugar to shit. I'm just here to let you know you don't know what you're going to get. I'm not telling you not to go with him, but what I am telling you is they got to have a hell of a goddamn plan played out for me to say, you know what, this is what we're gonna ride with for the next 4 years.
What?
That's how I feel about it. And I'm talking coaches, scouts, players. I need to know everything that's going on.
What?
Now I know Arthur Blank a little bit too old for all that, you know.
Yes.
We
Yeah, you're a
leaving the
little too old for
Falcons.
all
Wait a
that.
minute. We leaving the Falcons up out of this.
Yeah, you
I
got to
told you I ain't
you
even
got
gonna
to
go
get
down that
players.
route. I'm talking about just regular organization. Now listen,
All right,
we
well,
can't
the Panthers. Let's go to the Panthers. The
we
Panthers.
can't turn this into a Falcon benediction show. That's for the birdcage
All right,
after
let's
all.
talk about the Panthers because I like the Panthers. The Panthers, on the other hand, the Panthers got some good pieces. You know what I mean? They got Derrick
But
Brown, they got Chuba Hubbard, and Bryce Young has come into his own. He had to
what?
get benched. He had to go through some disciplinary periods, but he's coming into his own. Now you need to set that team up with more pieces. Now you
But
sit back and you say, "Is this the coach that I'm going to believe in for another 2 years?"
but the problem is will the owner stay out of
I'm a
I
road.
don't know.
will the
I can tell you
owner
that question. I can tell you that answer already. The GM said, "Stay the fuck out of my business." He
thank
told the
you.
owner that. See
Thank you.
that's the correlate. See, you got to remember that you should be asking me this question really because I've dealt.
Oh no,
I've
I'm
watched.
getting ready.
I've watched.
You know why I'm coming to
I've,
you, right? Because I
I've,
asked them that because think about it. Philly went through it after Andy Reid left. That's why I was hitting him up. You've gone through hell for over 20 years. So
More than
guess
that.
what? Talk about how your situation is. You got
Who you think,
this.
B. Striller? Go ahead.
be
I
script.
think that I can tell you from the point that I've been a Lions fan since '77. Okay, I didn't give them a shadow of hope to do shit, even with Barry Sanders, even with Calvin Johnson, even with Stafford. I never really thought they had a hope to go to the Super Bowl. Any of those times that they were there. When Sheila Happ took over this organization from her mom, she said this to the public. I am going to hire football capable people. I'm staying the fuck out of it. All I'm doing is paying the money. And I'm going to get some CEOs and some CFOs and some good coaches and let them handle the football operation of it. The first year that Dan Campbell came in here, everybody was making fun of him because of his knee biting jokes and stuff, right? He finished that year 3-13-1. Sheila Campbell came out and said, hey, we sticking with this guy because I know he can do this. And Dan Campbell is capable. He's been a coach. and he's been tight ends coach and an offensive not an offensive coordinator, but a line coach too.
Yep.
So in that time, they see what they can get. They see that you like Ryan says, you don't see potential, but that's the potential that they saw him coaching because he's a good coach at that. So the next year he gets 9-8. Didn't start off the greatest, but he got 9-8. Now she's carrying him, and every year this man has gotten his team better, and it's because he's got support from Brad Holmes. He's got support from the GM. And I'm telling you right now, when you have all that aligned in your front office, everything else gets aligned. They worked out the defensive and the offensive lines. Those are parts where you have to start building your football team.
Yeah.
You start from the trenches and go out. So that way you can put players that are mediocre behind your offensive line until you can get better ones.
Yeah.
And the same thing for the defensive line. You get good defensive line so you can put mediocre players until you can start building that team where you want to go. And you see where the Lions are right now. They're 15-2, 1 seed, 1 in division. And people talk, the coaches that they got, Aaron Glenn, dude, he will become a coach. He will become a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
He has willed that defense through all them injuries. So, they're not the best defensive. Statistically, they're not the best defensively, but in 2 areas where it counts, on third down and in red zone. Those are 2 areas that count on the defense to stop a team. And that's the 2 that we're at the top of the league in. So it's always, and Dan Campbell's got some of the, picked some of that too. He picked his guys too. And all those guys are players, ex-football players in some way or form. And I think that's really the way you should go when you get a leadership like that. You should go with people that have played the game before. Wow. I mean, Andy Reid is an exception because he's intellectual. He's strategic. And you do have some of them coaches. There's a few of those coaches that are good. Tomlin, though, is a good coach, and he was a player.
Yep. Remember, Andy Reid played over at BYU back in the day. So he was an old offensive lineman. So
offensive lineman. Yeah.
Remember who his coach was here. He was playing with Lavelle Edwards when Lavelle Edwards first started. So you're talking about a guy who pretty much that aerial attack that we all talk about. Right. That was a quarterback factory for years. And I know you remember those old BYU teams: Steve Young, Jim McMahon, Ty Detmer. I mean, they had some guys coming out, but like with your Detroit Lions right now, you said you had no hope for them at one point, and I'm laughing because you say that, but you guys were only a field goal away at one point with the great Billy Sims, who was on your team at that point, and y'all did y'all thing. Y'all just missed the field goal. And Billy, Jesus.
But
he never blows his knee out. Billy has one of the greatest careers, and Barry never comes to Detroit.
If you watch that game, though, our coach at the time, Monty Clark, he was the one they showed a picture of him falling to his knees, praying that Eddie Murray would go through. Praying. Now, if you got good coaching staff, you wouldn't be praying. You'd be like Dan Camp. You'd be sitting there and said, yeah, this is going through. I ain't even going to have to worry about looking at it because it's going to go through. I know it. I have faith in my kicker. That's telling me you don't got faith in your kicker. And he was kicking all good all the whole game.
So we got to blame y'all. For that 49ers dynasty then, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because y'all literally could have ended that dynasty. We got to blame y'all.
Before it began, basically. Because that was in 83.
Exactly, because they only had one Super Bowl in 81. So pretty much so it's the Detroit Lions' fault that the 49ers became a dynasty. Dang.
It's a damn Detroit Lions' fault that Dallas thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl every year too, because they should have lost in that damn playoff game with no call that they picked up off the flag off the field. BS. That's the most BS call right there. That just changed the momentum in the game. And then on top of that, Sue got held like 3 or 4 times on that last drive that they got the touchdown to take the lead, and they didn't call nothing. I was like, okay, I can see the NFL being an entertainment industry now. Yep, kind of like wrestling. We're just gonna pick who the hell we want winning.
I think,
you know, whatever.
I still say I think one of the greatest
All right,
teams.
fellas. I do have to.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
I do have to end the show, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get this last minute out.
Oh no, I'm good, man. I got to chopping it up with him, man. You got to come by the Birdcage LLC sometimes, man, on YouTube. We love to have you in there.
All right,
talk
man.
a little football.
I'll come in there.
Thank y'all for having me on. Dennis and Ron, appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis.
Man, no problem.
Hey, Dennis,
yes,
I'm gonna need you.